So a lot of you may not know this, but long before Nintendo was making games and pissing people off or pricing them too high, back in the 60s and the 70s, they were making toys. They actually internally promoted somebody who was in charge of one of the product lines for their playing cards to produce some of these toys. That man's name was Gunpei Yokoi. And the very first toy that Nintendo ever produced was the Love Tester. If you've never seen the Love Tester, you should check out the video my wife and I did where we actually use it. It's one of those games where you each hold a probe in your hand and the little meter tells you how much you guys loved each other. But I've finally gotten my hands on the very second toy Nintendo ever produced. Check this out. This beautiful baby was a toy produced by Nintendo in the 70s called the Ultra Hand. And this toy was also developed by Gunpei Yokoi. Remember that name, it's gonna be really important at the end of this video. This is what the toy did. You probably all had something like this when you were a kid. The rubber plungers have seen better days, but check this out. It was called the Ultra Hand because it did this. That's pretty cool, right? You were able to like stretch things out and grab them. Then it had this little thing at the end that allowed you to control the plungers. And it even actually has Nintendo printed right on the little dial. Now I know it's not the most fascinating toy in the world by 2025 standards, but I really do think that stuff like this is super fascinating to see where companies came from. Look at the old Nintendo logo there. So looking back on stuff like the Love Tester or the Ultra Hand are really cool, especially knowing that it was Gunpei Yokoi that developed these, because that man is the same man that in the mid-80s would come up with a really good idea for a really fun device that a lot of you probably grew up playing. It was called the Game Boy.